Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the World Tournament, the 58th World Tournament, team builds, what the rewards are, and basically why you should partake in it. Now, of course, number one reason for the World Tournament is the stones. There are a ton of stones that are available. You should definitely be joining in and farming as much as possible for these stones. It is absolutely crucial. You get a ton of great rewards here, and it doesn't just stop at the EZAs for the units and that. There's summon tickets. There are a whole bunch of other rewards. You can get LRs, you can EZA LRs like good old General Tower here. So there's just a ton of great reasons to basically give it a real go. Now, in terms of, I want to say this World Tournament, some adjustments. I've made a couple new World Tournament teams. Nothing too crazy. There hasn't been like a revelationary unit, but there's been some cool new adaptations of teams that I've obviously seen put together. So we've got even more options now for World Tournament teams. All the teams I show you should be good enough to get you where you need to be. You want to aim at doing around 24 World Tournament attempts on rank 30. That will give you a huge advantage. I think that's going to be very important. Obviously, in terms of like rewards, you get the local ranking and you also get an overall ranking. Rewards are based on your ranking, largely summon tickets and how many copies of LRs you get, but your main goal should be completing all of the missions pretty much that are available for the World Tournament. So completing the missions, absolutely crucial, huge in determining just how well things go. So definitely suggest taking a look at that. It is very important. Now, obviously, in terms of rewards, you can exchange at the barber shop your Hercules autographs for different prizes. But what we're mainly going to be looking at is the team builds here. I'll discuss in other videos who you should summon on, what teams you should put together, etc. Well, what you should summon on, who you should get with Hercule medals, who you should EZA, etc. Now, obviously, you should have rank 30 unlocked. I think it's unlocked for everyone now, but if you don't, you'll have to work your way up to it. Someone confirmed that they were a new player and they had rank 30, but we'll have to see. In terms of teams, I'm going to show you quite a few here, ranging from various levels of build, but the top 4 teams have been on the left of the screen the whole time. These are just very good teams. These will just crush the World Tournament for you. They are all really good. The one I like a lot now is the new build featuring the AGL, Goku, and Vegeta from the 10th anniversary. So we have obviously a free-to-play team here. This utilizes free-to-play AoE units and generally speaking is an entirely obtainable team without having to invest. The number one friend you're going to use generally is Int Piccolo. Sometimes you won't be able to use him, especially for like the Pure Saiyans or Super Saiyans teams, so you'll use Physical Broly instead. You want to make sure you use Int Piccolo because his active skill makes things go very quickly, does a lot of damage, is just very good. Obviously, you'll see that I have Jocko in a lot of these teams. That is because he has basically a automatic stun that helps you to save items. That's the only real reason. You don't have to bring him. And then a lot of the times you'll notice I have support characters. This is to give key because you only have one lead. So you only have one lead in general. One lead character skill is applied. So you need key from somewhere generally unless units have orb generation. So giving a support is really solid and helps out a ton. Now, obviously, you'll see all these teams here, all different variations. A lot of them very easy to put together, just giving you different samples of who and what you can use to try and just get through the situation. So, number one for me is still probably the Broly team. Just really like it a lot because it's got just a ton of really good stuff with it. But what I can suggest is with units like Cell Max and units like Tech Vegeta, Giant Ape, those units that need 18 key to super, you need to be very careful with because they are going to struggle to get 18 key unless they are catered key. So you just have to be aware of that when you are obviously looking at investing in the team. That's why I would suggest replacing them with better options that aren't key heavy, like Strength Burly, who actually also support the rest of the rotation as well. Now, beyond that, that kind of covers all of the teams. The new team build is the one under the 10th anniversary units. I think it's a nice variation build. It lets you use both Strength Piccolo, Int Piccolo, and you can use any of the AoE Broly's, which I think is really, really cool. And, I think that's something that's actually really quite impressive. There's also variations of that where you can use units like the AGL Gotenks, for example, because he's a fused fighter. So there's actually some really nice kind of deviation you can do with that Goku or that Vegeta AGL as a lead. I think it's really quite good. So yeah, overall, I think there's some really, really good, kind of functions here. Nice sets of teams. Hopefully with this video, you can slow it down if you need to, but hopefully there is enough teams here for you to build one. Now, in terms of the items, generally speaking, what I'd say with the items is I always go Ghost Usher, King Yama, Emperor Pilaf, and Baba. The reason is I combine a Yama with a Emperor Pilaf or a Baba. That allows me to have 50% damage reduction, no super attacks against me. That's if I'm feeling unsafe for whatever reason. Or I just use a Ghost Usher. You can buy them pretty cheaply from the Baba shop. Now, just a little bit of tidbits to make life a little bit easier. Number one thing that you should be doing is looking at the tiles. So if you choose a high number, you'll go last in the order. If you choose a low number, you'll go first. Keep that in mind. So if I had chosen 1, I would have gone first or moved before all the others. If I choose 6, I'll probably go last. Then switch off your animations. As you can see, animations take a lot of time. All these little seconds add up. If you're using Piccolo's active skill, you have the animations on. If you're using Broly entrances, those take time. So anytime you can remove any of that is really honestly a lot better. Piccolo's active skill is always clutch. It's so quick. Him and Strength Piccolo have very short animations alongside Physical Broly. That and Strength Broly, the non-LR one, they have great short animations that makes your time go a lot quicker. And then finally, other than that, that is basically it. Overall, I would say you're pretty good. A lot of people like to flood LRs because they think it'll inflate their points. It does increase your points slightly, but it's not going to make a huge difference.